Sam,
Yes,
how do you
brother.
feel? How do you feel? How do you now feel about Chelsea? Because before the game, I know we spoke about this Sunday, but I want to go into more detail. It was going to be their funeral. Enzo Maresca was going to be exposed. Their players were going to be exposed. By the end of it, you had your tail between your legs. I think you did an apology video. I think I saw a screenshot of it. I didn't watch the content. I'm very sorry. But how are you feeling now a few days later after the Chelsea humbled you?
I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you. I was wrong about Chelsea. 100% I was wrong about Chelsea. I feel like after watching it firsthand at Anfield, I was like, listen, these guys aren't actually shit. And I think they have a lot to be excited about for their future. And I can say it now after we've played them, because what I was predicting pre-game versus what actually happened is two completely different things. I watched the Liverpool Chelsea game, and I was sat there in the 90th minute mark. I was actually happy that the full time whistle went, and the fact that the full time whistle went, and I was happy. I was like, "There's no way these guys are actually as mid as I'm making out to be." To be honest with you, so I think Chelsea can get top four this season, and I think Chelsea will get top four this season. I think the real true challengers for that is Newcastle and Aston Villa. No disrespect to your club or to Tottenham Hotspur. I don't think you're gonna get it at the end of the day. I think those are the two that are fighting for the top four alongside Chelsea. And look, when I saw Lavia play, I was like, this is the best midfielder on the pitch. It was obvious he was the best midfielder on the pitch. I think he was the midfielder that was worth 100 something million. He was just unbelievable. And I think Chelsea, even though they lost, they can take a lot of positives from the game. They can take a lot of positives because Liverpool is supposed to be challenging for the league, supposed to be going all the way until May. And you went to Anfield, and like at the end, I was excited to hear the full-time whistle, which shouldn't be the case if Chelsea were as crap as I thought. So look, now my opinion has changed on them. I think Maresca's doing a very good coaching job, specifically from a tactical perspective. Long term, we'll see how he is as a manager and stuff like that. Because you both know sometimes there are very good coaches who maybe can't handle personalities well, can't handle etc. well, so it goes a little bit south for them. But right here, right now, very good tactically. You could tell from the game. And I think there is a lot to be excited for Chelsea headed into the future. The one thing I will say, though, is if they do want to take the next level, like headed into the future, the way that they operate in the transfer window must change. And I said this as well on the Terrace thing. I was like, listen, don't go this summer, buy some random 16-year-old goalkeeper and go like, oh, here you go. We've bought a goalkeeper. No. You have to sign someone of experience, someone of a level, someone who's really good. And I think with them, they should be excited about their future. And this season, I think they're going to get top four now. I'm convinced of it, to be honest with you. Now, I hope after I've said all this, imagine they go lose to Newcastle next. I'm like, bro, I was...
I was going to... There was a comment that came through that essentially, I can't find it now. I'm very, very sorry. But it essentially said, are you not apologizing too early? Now, disclaimer, this isn't me making a statement. This is me reading the comment. But are you not maybe apologizing too early? If they go and lose to Newcastle and then got beat by Man United, they'd be behind Man United in the league. And maybe, do you get where people are coming from? Do you not feel that you're apologizing too early? Or have you seen that even if they lose those games, there is still a lot of light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, this is the thing now. This is where, like, this conversation, I'm like, okay, I can tell there's obviously a difference. When I saw them play at Anfield, I was like, okay, they're actually a very good side. This is my thing. Like, when I saw that at Anfield, and I watched them play, I can tell that this team is going to make top four just from the way that they play, the way that they operate, the way that they, they play on the football pitch. That cannot be a team that finishes behind your club or behind Spurs or whoever. Like, I just don't see that scenario. And that's no disrespect to Man United. That's just how I see it right now. Like, the way that they played in that game, is that a team that's not going to get top four? No, I think that's a team that will get top four. Now, have I apologized too early? Possibly. There is 100%, there is a chance where Chelsea lose the next 3 games and we're all sat here talking about how crap Chelsea are, But the way that they operate right now, you get me? I have to say that they are going to make top 4. That's what I honestly believe.
The way that he worded it in the beginning when he said Chelsea humbled Husam. Do you feel humbled?
To be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to say I'm going to feel humbled, because humbled would have been if they beat us. But I
Okay.
think I got it wrong in terms of opinion.
You changed your opinion based on one game on Chelsea. That's it. You didn't see all season that they
essentially,
looked
yes.
okay. You didn't see all season that they were okay.
No, because they had bad performances as well.
Everyone has bad performances, but you can definitely see that the progress from the way they played, how they set up, Enzo Maresca. Bro, I literally said that I know that Arne Slot is top of the table and everything, but what job is harder? Coaching this new Chelsea team, young team, or being Arne Slot and coming to a ready-made team? All you had to do is that maybe had Gravenberch as a DM, which is, I have to give Arne Slot massive credit for, to be honest, to developing Ryan Gravenberch in that short time. But also, Enzo Maresca is doing a very, very good job. He's doing a very good job, same as when Emery came to Aston Villa. He turned it around very soon. But anyway, I don't think you were humble. At the end, you won the game. I actually think Lavia was very good, but the best midfielder on the pitch was, without a shadow of a doubt, was Curtis Jones. He got a goal, he won the penalty, and also shut down the best player in the league in Cole Palmer. So he did both aspects of the game. Gravenberch and Caicedo were good. The game was very, very balanced. Lavia impressed, but I need to see Lavia again. Lavia, and I'm afraid of this, Lavia can be another Reece James situation, and Chelsea fans need to admit this. The guy has played 6 games for your club. I'm afraid the talent is undeniable, but I can't have a player in and out of the team because of injuries now. Enzo Maresca needs to manage this guy well. I hope he does. He subbed him out in the 51st minute or something. But this guy is very, very talented. He can be one of the best midfielders in the league, but he needs to be managed. Again, Chelsea in this game, we didn't speak about it. I wasn't in the match reaction. Chelsea really need to buy a center back in January, an experienced one. You need to buy someone who's 27, 28 years old and not coming from Tosin's elk. Someone who is going to make the difference. You have to break the bank and sign that guy. That will change the way you play. You look at how Van Dijk completely managed everything at Liverpool, led the team from the back, Virgil van Dijk. They need their Virgil van Dijk, bro. They need that guy that will come in and change the way they play. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about Bastoni. They're going for Bastoni from Inter. It's not, Bastoni's not your guy. You need a different kind. No, but he's not their guy. This is not the guy that they want. I watch Inter, it's my team.
But why? Why is Bastoni not right for Chelsea?
Because Bastoni's not a leader. He has way more experienced player next to him. Bastoni is great on the ball. He's a very, very good defender in the back three. He's left-footed as well. So he's similar to Colwell. They need the leadership. They need the Thiago Silva, but 10 years younger, Terry. Bastoni has way older guy. De Vrij next to him. He has Pavard next to him. He's the young guy in our defense. They need the old guy. They need the guy that will lead the defense. I don't know who. I'm not a scout. I said that many times. But they need that guy. This is my opinion. You have Levi Colwell. Yes, he lost his head. He's still young. But the Bastoni and 22 at Inter used to make lots of mistakes. By the way, he used to be very good going forward and on the ball. But he's learning. Levi Colwell can develop to be that guy. Right? Levi Colwell has the talent. They need a Van Dijk. You need someone that will come in and lead the whole team. Even Malo Gusto makes mistakes. You know, everyone makes mistakes. They need a leader. Who's that leader? I don't know. I don't know who's Van Dijk. There's not a lot of Van Dijks in the world. I don't know who, but they need a center back urgently. Urgently, they need a center back. But Enzo Maresca,
maybe the one guy that can help Chelsea was the former Chelsea player, but he's unattainable. Rudiger.
Who's that? Maybe Rudiger, but they're not going to get. Rudiger is not going to leave Real Madrid now with the Champions League to go to play in the Conference League. With all due respect,
Can I throw one out there? Can I throw one out there? Now I know he's young, but could a big money bid? Could they get Saliba off Arsenal? Could if they walk up to Arsenal and say, there's 120 million pound, 130 million, 140. Let's not pretend that Chelsea wouldn't spend it. We know Clearlake and Todd Bowley will spend whatever it takes. How much would it cost to get him out of Arsenal's team? Because for me, if you add a William Saliba to this Chelsea backline, they go up another forget the mistake he's made in the last couple of games. I've seen the greatest centre-backs in Premier League history, from Sol Campbell to Terry to Vidic to Rio to Stam. I've seen them all have clangers. So I can ignore those moments of poorness. They need to go and find someone of William Saliba's level or above. It needs to be that level, in my opinion, because I just think about all the teams that win the major trophies. They all have goalkeepers, centre-backs, central midfielders, strikers. Some teams have fucking all of them at that level. And they need to be aiming at that. Now, it may not be Saliba. They probably can't get Rudiger away from Real Madrid. I mean, what's Van Dijk doing if he leaves?
Nothing.
I'd assume he'd probably go to Barcelona.
Well, again, Chelsea, make an offer. Make an offer.
I doubt they'd play for Chelsea.
Yeah, but make an offer he can't refuse.
No, hold on. No. There's a difference between Saliba and Van Dijk.
Terry,
okay, Husam, there's a difference between Saliba and Van Dijk. If Liverpool don't offer Van Dijk the money he wants, the money I think he deserves, Husam, how much I rate Van Dijk. And if Chelsea come in if Chelsea make Champions League football this season, right? Now they're going to go, number one, we spoke with Chez yesterday. I think he mentioned something about everyone gets 30% increase in wages. That means the wage will increase automatically. So now they can offer Van Dijk more money. I actually think why not? If FSG are going to be so cheap like they've always been, and they aren't going to offer Van Dijk a 3-year contract with the money he wants, Chelsea come in, offer him more than Barcelona. Barcelona has issues with players. Chelsea offer Van Dijk a 3-year contract, massive money. Why not? Chelsea and Liverpool, yes, the rivalry, Benitez and all the stuff that happened back in the days of Mourinho. But there aren't
I don't think
like
Van Dijk will play for another Premier League club. I don't think Mo will play for another Premier League club.
Maybe not. But the point I'm making...
Probably Spain, something like that.
I'm throwing out names, not that they are necessarily attainable, but I'm pointing out...
The Saliba one is crazy.
The elk. He's pointing out the elk of players that Chelsea should sign.
And what it's going to take. There is no top centre-back in the world. You mentioned Bastoni, Inter fans will give you 110 reasons why it can't happen. You mentioned Rudiger, you mentioned Van Dijk, you mentioned Saliba, you mentioned all these defenders, and you were going to get a litany
from everyone.
You're going to get a litany from all the fans going, can't happen because of these reasons. Well, that's not how the fucking transfer market works. Maybe on a couple of them, but if that's the way the transfer market works, we never would have seen big players switch from one big club to another. And let's not pretend like it hasn't happened on a very regular basis. What Chelsea need to do, and it's more of a message to Chelsea than it is the clubs I'm mentioning, to go up that next level now, the 150, 200,000 pound a week limit on player salaries must stop. What can sometimes happen to a team, and I think Chelsea are heading in this direction. Arsenal went through it 2 years ago. I think when they signed Zinchenko and Jesus, that season, the scary season as I refer to it, their improvement was so rapid, they were almost ahead of schedule. They're almost ahead. A lot of people would admit to that. I think Chelsea might speed up and maybe get to a place in a position where their ownership go, we thought we were probably 2 seasons away from that. But one big thing that then changes is that you need the stars to come in. You need and again, Chelsea fans may not rate him, but you need to go out and do the Declan Rices of this world. Arsenal were not lucky. It was good planning. They already had Saliba in their team and in their squad. Can you imagine if Arsenal didn't have Saliba, how much that would have cost Arsenal to buy? At that stage, when everyone knew how good he was. But Chelsea are in that position, unless they've got a youngster of Saliba's level, unless they've got a top-class goalkeeper in their ranks already, unless they have a deadly number 9 in their ranks, they've got to go out and spend the fee, anywhere between 80 to 120 million each, and they've got to be prepared to pay the wages. If they don't do that, they're not getting that star. They could go out, and look, Man United have gone and bought Lenny Euro. Potentially in 2 or 3 years' time, he could be another Saliba. He could be in 5 or 6 years' time a Van Dijk. But if Chelsea accelerate to a level faster than we expect, you suddenly don't have that 2 or 3 years for that young player to develop. And I think that's what Chelsea fans and their club have got to be mindful of. So the reason I threw those names out there was to throw the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit. Didn't do a disclaimer for that, but there we go. It's to make people think, readjust your minds. Chelsea this summer, if they keep improving the way they are, Their summer transfer plans have got to be 250 to 300 million pounds on 3, maybe 4 players and big salaries to create a top class to world class core on top of what you've already got. Then you're ready to go and win everything. In theory, that's what they're going to need to do. They can't improve, but bloody hell, the win rates at 65%, 4th in the league, nearly winning trophies. What are you going to do this summer? We're going to buy another couple of 21-year-olds and wait for everyone else.
Yeah, that was
not a bad joke.
No, you'll slow it down. You'll slow the progression down, and you don't need to. If they finish the season 6th and it's still up and down, then you can go, okay, well, maybe 1 star player and a couple more youngsters. But I just think they're going to be in a position where they're going to have to turn some heads, break the bank, and spend big. And by the way, Chelsea fans, this is all coming. I'm complimenting your club here. Please don't take this as an insult. I think you are. Some will say they're not ahead of schedule because they're going into their 3rd season under Clear Lake. But I'm talking about where we all thought they would be from the beginning of this season. I think they're accelerating so quickly into a very good team. And some will say, you can't say this after a loss. These are the same people that when Arsenal won last night, they went, yeah, but what about the performances? It's weird how we pick and choose. When I said enough is enough in the title, I'm going to probably say this again when it comes to the Arsenal section. But I am sick and tired of football fans talking out both sides of their mouths. Either be balanced consistently or pick a fucking side. Is it winning or performances? Because 1 minute it's all about winning. It's got to be about winning. And when teams win badly, it's, yeah, but where are the performances? Then you get the performances, but maybe you don't get the win that you want. Maybe you're a bit unlucky and you drop points. But this is a results business. And it's the same people chopping and fucking changing every 5 minutes around what's more important. For me, I think both are. But you can definitely look at moments in time on a club's journey and where they are at this particular moment, And it strikes me as strange. Chelsea's performances, to me, dictate consistency is on the way. But even when there's consistency, you'll have a little dip in form, and then everyone will moan about performances again. But yeah, I think Chelsea are on their way up. I think Chelsea are on their way up.
I'll tell you